Hey guys, my name is Dragofish, and today we're gonna look at my city world again. So November is about to end and December is coming, so I might as well summarize what I've gone complete in my city world. And I will also go over other things that I've been doing. Now I would like to apologize again. Over Thanksgiving break, we had some internet issues. There was road work and stuff, so of course internet connection was lost, and also the weather and everything also kind of played a role in that. So I was completely unable to post videos. I have no idea why I'm using this skin. Anyways, hold on, there we go. So the city world has expanded a lot. We did have one griefer, but that's all been sorted out. Everything's been repaired. So I think that's basically it. As you can see, people did build new houses around the place. Let me just move on to creative here, so I can show you what's been done. So of course, we have a nice modern church here, just pretty cool. Of course, I did not notice this. Like I said, there was a griefer, and we kind of already got that sorted out. He's been kind of like kicked out of the server. But as you can see here, it's pretty cool design. I really like it and all. It's really nice with fountains and everything here. We've also started the construction of a school, which is right next door. As you can see here, we've gotten some work on some classrooms all around. Then over here, we have some more classrooms that need to be built. We're working on a gymnasium and all sorts of things. We can have a nice track and field area. And that's basically that from there. What else has been done in this time? Well, I might as well go all the way down here. Don't know if I showed you this in the last city video. As you can see here, this used to be the griefer's house, but his house is completely gone now. That's what happens if you grief me. Your houses and everything will be gone and removed. Okay, where was it? Oh yeah, I made a giant statue of myself to kind of signify that I own the server and all. Just in case people get confused or whatever. I don't know why. Got a bit of inspiration from Moon City. You go like check out his world or whatever. Let's see here. It's been a little bit of work over here in the forest section. I should probably turn to day so it will be easier to see. So I guess they're working on kind of like a river thing here, which is pretty cool. I really like the designs that they're doing around here. I gotta say, Dankosaurus has been working really hard on all of this. This entire forest looks absolutely amazing. Definitely love to give props to him. Now if I go up here, we have actually finished the mall. As you can see, we have a new area here. Of course, you have the racetrack there, which is pretty cool, but this mall is absolutely amazing. So just hop on in. As you can see here, you have some pretty cool like skylights and stuff. Nice benches around, as you can see here. You have like a little nature part in the very center. Let's say like a little name of the mall, Dragoon Mall, with a working clock that will tell you how much day and how much night there will be. And of course, when people want to make new stores, we don't have any space in the left side to make more stores since I am planning to make more. Instead, I let people make their own shops in here. But even then, we still only have about 10 or so slots to build new stores. And I kind of want to avoid being really repetitive with my structures and all. We did have some people trying to help out with making the countryside here, since we'll have like a large countryside area with lots of farms and stuff. On over here, we do have a museum here, which is pretty cool. I like the design. This is actually a funny story. I actually had some person who asked me to make a museum, and what they did, they made a giant box out of quartz. No windows or anything, just a hole as a door, and it had nothing in it. And they left the game. So I decided to just cut that in half, and then I just repaired it a bit and turned it into this. So now we have a nice museum here, all sorts of cool things, and I think the second floor is more like a little zoo, which is pretty funny. Of course you have mobs, they're completely harmless, even if you are in survival, they won't do anything. It really won't do much to you. So, I just head on over and go on to the next thing we've been doing in the city world. Let's see, what else is new? Just take a look around here. we did add a new skyscraper here. This new skyscraper is completely undecided on what it would be. Just kind of built it, and it's really up to the people who join the server and whether or not they will want to buy this skyscraper and turn it into a hotel or something. It's really up to them. Of course, I'm also planning to add a little park here in the middle. It'd be pretty interesting. I had some other person who wanted to build a spa, and they decided to build this. It's pretty interesting in design. I've never been to a spa before, but I hope this does look like a spa somewhat. Now I'm just looking for other improvements. I don't think we'll make like a little factory around here. We'll have like an airport with a runway going along here. Be pretty interesting to see that. Having like a little power plant in the top left corner as well. And I think that's basically it for the new improvements to the city. Other than random horses and stuff around. I'm gonna move this donkey back. But I think that's basically it. I mean, we have been working pretty hard on improving everything. But I might as well get off this mule or whatever it is. And let's just move on to something else I've been working on. So, something else I've been working on. I have my minigame world, which I do work on just a small amount. But I've been working on a completely new world that focuses on expanding one minigame. Now, of course, they already have battle mode in the minigames. They also have tumble, also known as spleef. So what I did, I basically made hide and seek right around here. Now, I do have quite a few maps here. And we've been working pretty hard on making these maps. Let me just look here. Just let it load up. So as you can see here, we have the spawn lobby, which is complete with 4 different instruments, which would include, I don't know what instrument this is. I'm guessing this is some kind of drum or something. And of course here you have a piano, and I'm guessing this is some sort of bass. We have a cake tower here if you guys want to just eat all that. We also have working trampolines you guys could just hop on and go flying into space with. We also got some hardcore parkour here. So you can basically just mess around with this. It's also sort of like a maze. It's pretty hard. And here you have like a bow and arrow competition. You could just try to shoot all those. Pretty easy. But if you want more of a challenge, you can also try to get that perfect shot and get this, which would be pretty difficult. And of course you have a bunch of CDs here, so you can have like a little dance floor here and just mess around while you're waiting for the game to finish. So there's been a lot of maps we're working on. Of course, over here we have a wall where you can basically just write down what you want the next map to be. Oops, that was another. I'll write that down later, but let's see here. So far we've got quite a few maps. So this first map here is the forest map, which I had some people build. I would actually add some improvements to this map later, such as more foliage and other things to cover it up a bit more. Maybe I'll add some bushes and stuff around. But overall, this map is pretty good. You can hide anywhere with it. Whether it's below the trees, above the trees, or maybe even in the trees. And there's a couple houses just scattered and hidden around the map, as you can see here. Pretty hard to find. Of course, we also have 2 strongholds. Ironically, we had a very big stronghold that's insanely difficult to find your way around. You get lost in there pretty easily. We also have a small stronghold. Even though these are right next to each other, they're actually not connected, which is super surprising to me. But anyways, let's just move on because I have only a few minutes left. We also have a map here called Blind. Now, Blind is basically a map where, let me just, actually, I should probably just show you guys here. The whole entire map here, it's basically like a maze and parkour mix made completely out of white wool. We are planning to rebuild this whole thing out of black wool. But the whole theory behind this level is that it's a maze and parkour and all. And it's all made of the same material, so it'd be very difficult to find out the difference between the floors, the walls, and jumps. So it would be pretty hard. So black wool would actually be really hard to see, and you'd be literally blind. But of course, that'd be a really interesting concept for a map, which we still have to work on that later. This is actually a recent map that we've just about finished today. I'll add some more edits to this map, but this is a medieval village, which is really amazing. We just like built all these houses. I was working on this myself here, just like building the frames for each of the houses. I was about here when I started getting a few helpers. Should probably fix some smaller details into these houses, but Overall, this is a great map to hide in. Plenty of hiding places. You can even get on the roof of some of these buildings, which is pretty cool. You try to add lots of details, and this map is pretty amazing. Now, of course, let me just move on here. We do have, right behind here, we have another map, which is basically just a abandoned mine shaft. It's pretty, it's a decent size, but it's just really annoying because of how large it is. And it's actually more maze-like than the stronghold. Let's move on here to the final map that we've been working on. This map is pretty cheesy, but all we did was that we found a random village, we put a wall around it, and we called it, yeah. So this is more of a map for running around and just running away from the Seeker. And yeah, it's basically it. It's just a regular village. There's a few hiding places over here and there, but there's not much. So I guess that's it to show for the progress I've been making since like a while ago. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video, and goodbye. I can't even push this button.